So, leave me a reasonable comment about something to do out here, and I'll do it. Next in line is this beauty here. She was brought to me by my brother, who drove it for a long time. Put a lot of miles on it. It did a lot of good service on the road. Now, this is my cleanest Explorer. By far, really. And, it's not that clean, that's what I'm saying. I've been opening the doors here and closing them and cleaning out all the stuff, and all this rust is just falling off. And it's still the cleanest one I have. So, yeah, I guess it's time to point her down the trail. Get some dents in it. Rearrange these body panels a little bit. So, here's what I know about this one. 5 cylinders, again, like the others. Bad odometer like the others. Who knows how many miles it has on it. Also, it leaks fuel. That's what we got to get to first. I think really a fuel leak. I know it popped the brake line. Who cares about that much? But we got to get to that fuel line. Let's figure that out first. Okay, let's see if we turn the key and make noises. Oh. Ignition was bound up pretty good. I hear the fuel pump. I do remember this thing has like a full tank of gas in it too. Alright, let's see if we can see any drips. Nothing yet. I remember the leak was somewhere in the firewall area. So we'll determine if we need to be under or over it to fix it. Alright, I've been priming this thing for a while. I can hear the fuel pump running. I can hear it getting pressure. I haven't seen a leak yet, so it probably fixed itself and everything's going to be okay. Let's go twist the key up, see what happens. Oh! Okay. Now I smell gas. Maybe you guys can see where it's coming from. I can't. Yep. Doesn't appear to be coming from the line. I think it's coming from like the engine, like the fuel rail or something. Ew. Well, looking like it's coming from underneath, spraying up on the side of the engine and transmission. So we're gonna have to get the old overpriced floor jack out here. Yep, she's still glowing. Should be able to get a better look now. So we really gotta get the juices flowing on this thing. Alright, we got the pesky hood off there. That was in the way. Hood shocks didn't work. Had to go. Got the upper intake off. Looks like we might be spraying out of this injector here, and maybe this injector. Maybe we just have some O-rings off-seated. I'm not sure. We'll find out. But what I also did find out was the mice have been in this. They munched that down. That's just a vacuum line. But look what they did in my alternator. My goodness. Right up on the nub too, so I can't even splice one in. More kitties. Alright, got the fuel rail off. There's our problem. Fuel injector. Well, excuse me, Jacob. Well, after fumbling through boxes and boxes, I found the O-rings. And I found a pigtail for an alternator. Look at that. Justify your hoarding problem right here. New O-ring in, replaced a couple more that looked bad. There's still probably some bad ones, I'm sure. But for now, it's not leaking. I primed the heck out of it. I haven't obviously started it yet, but I primed it more than it needed to be. And I haven't got any leaks yet, so I think we're on our way with this one. All right, moment of truth. Oh, and the battery's dead. Of course it is. All right, bringing the daily to the show. Let's get this thing cranked up. Not quite. Maybe. Alright. We're gonna need some charge time. Alright, she was about a half gallon shy on coolant. We got all kinds of power hooked up here. Let's see if she'll crank. Oh yeah. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, I think it's gonna work. Look at that. No throttle input. Yeah, no fuel leaking. I think we got her. Even patch that up. Oh, it's pretty work. That harness is taut. Barely any wire left to work with. But is it working? It says here it's working. And we got oil pressure. Seems all right. Not great, but it's running. So another problem on this thing is the blue rear brake line. What I like to do is just cap the whole line off. I got a rivet that I snap the top off of. Sometimes a nail works. As long as it fits in that brake line. Like so. Put her back in her home and crank her down. It should cap that off. Alright, got her tightened back up. Topped her back off with brake fluid. Gave her a couple real violent pushes on the old brake pedal. And no hissies. So I think we got it. I think we're good on this. No power steering. I did find a line I broke off, but power steering is a luxury, and you know, we don't need that. Went ahead and put some different rims on our wheels there. They're the stock size. Some little ones on the Ranger. I'm not hating it. Scrounge up a set of these, not bad. I also took the old hatch off there. They're real heavy. They sit way past the rear axle, and it's almost an instant lift kit when you take one of those off, man. The pressure just comes off of the springs and she jumps right up. One more thing real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and jack it up, do the torsion bar thing, zip zap zoop, get those torsion bars as tight as we can, and onto the next vehicle. Can you tell? I can. I'm tired now, fat and old. Had to crawl under that thing. Runner, 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 runner. Of course, runner. Now the goal for Sunday's video is to roll 7 deep. Yeah, it's probably a bad idea, but we're gonna do it. Stay tuned. Now, it's currently Monday. This video will come out on Friday. And then hopefully Saturday I'll go four-wheeling and then have a video for you Sunday. But I still got some work to do. I got a mass airflow sensor. It's here. Because what do you do when you get a cheap mass airflow sensor and it doesn't work? You get another cheap mass air. You get it, guys. And we're going to go ahead and put the chains back on the old girl because that's where they belong. Let's be real. We'll put those in the back of the Tan Explorer. I'm gonna ratchet strap up that rear end the best we can. This thing still got gas in it, guys, and it runs. I'm not gonna just get rid of it because the rear end's flopping all over the place. We're gonna send it. We're gonna send it in a million pieces if we have to. This thing needs the brakes corked up just like I did the last one for the rear end. It needs a fuel system rigged up. I got everything except the actual tank to put it in. So I got a pump, got a fuel line. I just need a tank. Probably another 5-gallon unit. We'll see. We'll see. This one also needs the rear brakes corked off too. Other than that, I'm gonna have to go buy like 4 batteries. That's gonna hurt. Small price to pay for happiness though. This thing, just needs to get unloaded and a fence to magically appear over there somewhere. But other than that, it just needs, you know, gas. It's Wednesday morning. Just checking in with you guys. Built my fence. It's symmetrical and perfect in every way. I guess I could have made these shorter, saved my back and the rear suspension of the Explorer a little bit, but hey, we all made it through. Update. This is what $445 worth of Rolking stuff looks like. That's actually a pretty good deal. These were really cheap. They were $55 plus core, because I didn't have a core. So they were $67 a piece. Yeah, all day, guys. With handles. Just great. But I also got some battery tie downs, some Honda rear end repair kit, and some other automotive juices here, and some fuel cans. We're ready, guys. I just realized these are not for fuel use. That's interesting. So I don't know if I just bought 15 gallons of water storage or what, but we'll figure it out. Maybe it'll be just fine. Right there it is. I missed it. I was excited about the price. Alright guys, it's Friday morning. Let's get into it. I poked around online for a while and found that these were not EPA approved because of the vent. Otherwise, I think they're just fine to use, but just don't tell the EPA I'm using it, guys. All right? It's between me and you. But we're 7 in a row ready to go, guys. Everything you see here has a battery in it, runs, and moves under its own power. Not 100% yet, but I'm going to have to cut you guys off because I got to get this video edited and up today. And then I got to get all these things out on the trail tomorrow. Oh, it's going to be a big day. This thing, 100% ready. Brakes, four-wheel drive, tires, everything. It's all ready. Blue one needs a little wind in the tires, but it is ready. White one's probably the biggest basket case of them all. It's low on transmission fluid. That's an easy fix. I did patch the line up. I still got to finish the fuel tank up. And it has some brakes. That's enough. A couple ratchet straps on the rear end of this thing and it should be gravy. Need to swap the tires from rear to this to that so I can get the chains on the Mercury so it has a fighting chance. And the little black two-door here, it's pretty much ready to go. I had some mass airflow sensor problems with it. I was able to straighten out. Give you a closer look at that. Now this is the Tan 96 and it's identical to the 95 as far as the mass airflow goes. They have this ship in a bottle design here for those 2 years where the mass airflow sensor's inside this cone. Actually, I really like this design. It keeps the water out pretty darn good. But if you dislodge that mass airflow sensor, it kind of cocks sideways and it starts struggling for air. But I got it straightened out. We're ready to go. Should be a fun day in the mud tomorrow. I guess we're gonna see how it's gonna go. I'm gonna be exhausted by the end of it. I know that. Jumping out of 7 different vehicles, setting up cameras and running around the woods. But I hope it turns out well. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, please leave me a like, subscribe, comment, all that good YouTube stuff. I need it for the algorithm so we can get everybody who wants to watch this garbage here to watch this garbage. So till next time, thanks for watching, guys. See you Sunday.